Another lawn mowing live stream. Today I'm going to be doing another one of my Wednesday cuts. I did live stream from this one last week, so I'm just out here again and going to do it again. Running a bit behind today. Put this on the back view. My gloves with me. Those in my back pocket. Try and get some footage. I'm trying out the Milwaukee backpack blower today. And the second gen string trimmer. Three bars should be good. Safety glasses on. Do this corner lot down here. So unfortunately yesterday I wasn't able to do a live stream. I got very delayed in the day. Unfortunately I had my son have to go to the hospital. He actually went to the hospital the day before. Wasn't feeling well, was having some chest pains. And he's only 20 years old. So went to the hospital. I actually went to an urgent care type place first. Across the street, kind of like a glorified medical clinic. And they told him to go to the hospital across the street after they took his blood pressure and stuff. Little emergency. So he actually ended up developing a partially collapsed lung. And he is doing good now. Apparently he's very tall, my son, compared to me. He's very short. He's 6'1", 6'2", something like that. Apparently it's very common in males, young males that are tall and skinny. That you can develop a partially collapsed lung. So at any rate, they had looked at him and stuff, and then did a bunch of imaging and all that sort of stuff, and blood work and things like that. So with that, there's not really. They will kind of watch it, see how the lung itself heals itself when you tear it. But when gets to the times after it tears, it allows air to escape into your chest cavity, and that air starts to build up, of course, because it has nowhere to go. and then that starts to put pressure on your lungs and making it hard for you to breathe because your lungs has this pocket of air that it's fighting against, not allowing your lung to fully expand. So that's your first indicator there that you start having trouble breathing and a little bit of pain in your chest. So at any rate, they started to progress throughout the day, and then they just asked him to, it was already like late, like 11:30 at night and stuff. So after a bunch of imaging and all that sort of stuff, they just said, hey, just go home and come back in the morning so we can take some more x-rays and stuff and compare them. That's what we did. We went in yesterday, so I didn't get to do any mowing in the morning, and then the doctor basically said with the imaging that it didn't really show any real change yet, so they were going to keep him overnight. So at that point, and basically it was just to monitor him, they gave him oxygen because that apparently just helps the healing process a lot faster. Have like real oxygenated blood, and then basically we're just monitoring him and taking x-rays every 10 hours, 12 hours or so, and comparing to see. They said that he was on the borderline of like if you have too much air that gets into your chest cavity, then they have to put basically a needle, kind of like a straw, through your rib bones into your chest cavity to let the air out, and then that helps the lung like heal almost immediately because it's not fighting against that air. So at any rate, once kind of knew that he was going to be just sitting there in a hospital bed all day, waiting for x-rays, and that he wasn't in like discomfort or anything at that point. I was like, okay, well, I gotta go to work. So I didn't get started yesterday till at 1 in the afternoon. Luckily, the day before, I had done the live stream with the top dressing and stuff, and that was a client I was doing a day earlier. And then I also went and mowed after that one. I talked about that in that live stream. I was going to go do a mow. It was also another Tuesday cut. So because of that, kind of as luck would have it, I had already done 2 mows. The one that went to go just do the mow was my like farthest client. So that one's always a time waster because of the travel time. So that one was good. So that was done. And then the one that I top dressed was the one I do at the end of the day, normally on Tuesdays. So that was good too. Having that one done, we'll just have to do the ones in the middle. So to save time, I decided not to do any live streams and stuff yesterday. Since I was so late in the afternoon starting to try and get done so that I could get back to the hospital. We'll keep him company. My wife is meeting him there too after work. Of course, when he originally went the second day, it was just to get an x-ray and monitor. We weren't expecting him to stay there overnight. But better safe than sorry, I suppose. He wanted to come home, but it's one of those things that, if the doctor's saying that, Kind of want to watch it and see if they're going to need to put the needle in you to release the pressure. Then probably a good idea to stay there. So yeah, that's kind of a long explanation. We didn't really live stream yesterday. Luckily, my wife took the day off work today to go to the hospital with him. And they did an x-ray, and he just messaged me saying that he's good to come home. And they're going to monitor it from home. Basically, just said to come back to the hospital on Friday, take another x-ray, and then again a week later, the following Friday. Usually takes apparently about 2 weeks to fully recover from a semi-collapsed lung. And by semi, I mean it was like, I think they said it was like 3 centimeters that it was down, not fully inflated. So now they were just waiting for the emergency room doctor to discharge him to come home, because there's the lung specialist gave the okay, but he's not admitted in the hospital under the lung specialist. So the doctor that initially admitted him is the one that needs to discharge him. So I was a bit exhausted yesterday from going with him, and initially you're waiting around the emergency room, and it's quite busy in the middle of the city, and so there's like limited, well, I wouldn't say there's limited chairs, there's tons of chairs, but there's also tons of patients. So I was not taking up a chair, so standing for a few hours there the whole morning, and then doing all my mows through the afternoon and early evening to get caught up, and then went back to the hospital and was standing again all night. Though I guess that's not true. I was also sitting on the edge of the bed. But luckily he's good. Seems to be healing. And they'll be coming home today, so that's good. He was bored out of his mind, as I guess anybody would be. So currently back on track. I will have to take Friday. I don't even know what time, if it's an appointment that they gave him, to go back to the hospital and just do another x-ray. So I will have to do that on Friday with him. So we'll see if I actually get any time to do any work, or if it's turns into a extended long weekend for me. Maybe worst comes to worst. Well, there's always work to do, but in terms of like client properties, it might not be enough time to do any other extra jobs. So I might just do a video or something. It comes down to that. Maybe a tool video. Got some bunch more Milwaukee stuff I need to get through. Items. Bunch of some more hedge trimmers. I did the handheld hedge trimmers, which are really nice. I did the video on that. Milwaukee also released a bunch of like pole style hedge trimmers. So I'm going to be doing some videos on that as well. Take a look at those. At some point, there's 3 different models that I've got. One of them is a just like straight pole hedge trimmer with a non-articulating head. And the other one is, I think it's a little bit longer. It must be actually because the box is a little bit bigger. And that one is with the fully articulating. And then the third one is like a long reach hedge trimmer with an extendable pole. And that one can go up to 10 feet. So yeah, Milwaukee's been busy with the hedge trimmer designing. So excited to try those out. I've always used the quick lock version, which has been great as well. The attachment, and then using like the extension piece in the middle that I think is more meant for like the pruning saw, the little chainsaw attachment pruning saw. But I use that on the hedge trimmer if I really need to get up a little bit taller, higher. But then of course that's fixed, so it's not always ideal. So a telescoping hedge trimmer is pretty cool. Looking forward to trying that out. I've never had a telescoping hedge trimmer. Be able to get the length exactly how, up to 10 feet, but exactly what you kind of length that you need instead of either being too short or too long. So a bunch of Milwaukee stuff. Come in, also have another brand that I'll be working with to show you guys. I mentioned this in one of the live streams last week about something for like onboard charging of batteries, and it's not brand specific, so it's something that can be used regardless of what brand of battery tools you're using. So got that kind of sorted out, I think. Contracts are signed for that, so barring any unforeseen circumstances, that should be something that will be coming that I can test out. Looking forward to that, especially for like this Milwaukee platform stuff. Got a couple of different charger options that Milwaukee has sent as well. One of them being their supercharger. That's it's like a 2-bay supercharger. That one is really marketed by Milwaukee as being something that you would use in your vehicle job sites, but it's just the charger, so you need a power source. So this other company, and Milwaukee does have a power source. They have that big roll-on power supply. That's going to be pretty overkill for a lot of people. That's not like lawn care specific, although they do market it for lawn care. But it's like construction and all that sort of stuff can use that as well. So the brand I'm going to be working with is just a highly rated, kind of go between lots of different options on essentially kind of like a battery bank generator type thing that you can charge in advance, or you can use like solar if you want to charge it while you're on the go. They also have vehicle chargers that can be installed so that when you're driving between lawns, those times that you are in the truck and the engine is running, it's charging and topping off, and that charger actually kind of up currents the 12 volt off your alternator, so you're getting like 500 watts of charging, so it can easily keep up throughout the day. So that'd be fun to see. Put that to the test with these Milwaukee supercharger kind of mobile setup. Then I'm also gonna probably, in that case, because I'm still waiting for the other thing I want to test out is the Milwaukee mower. And can you use it in the lawn care business every day, like all your lawns type situation? But that apparently is back ordered. So what I think I'm going to do is, once I get confirmation of that kind of portable charging station arrives, then I'll probably put this Crest mower away and pull out the Echo, or not the Echo, the X-Mark Commercial 21 again. Haven't used that one yet this year, so I want to do that. So that the batteries are getting a good run through. Throwing the batteries of tools, you want to kind of manage them, use them every once in a while if you're not using them long term for certain things. So that's what I'm going to do with the X-Mark, is since I've been using this one for a few months now at the start of this season, I'm put this more away, clean it up, put it away, and then go all Milwaukee for a bit. So I will, until the Milwaukee mower arrives, I'll bring out the X-Mark Commercial. Commercial 21 V Series. With the X-Mark, I've got 3 of the 7.5 amp hour batteries, and I usually go through about 4 batteries a day of the X-Mark ones. And that mower uses 1 battery at a time. So what I usually do is, because my root density is good, it's like nice and tight, very close to the neighborhoods, and a lot of my clients are in the neighborhood I live in. What I generally do is I start out with the first battery in the morning. When that battery runs out, then I generally will then, at some point throughout the course of the day, I usually stop at home to use the bathroom. But then take the battery and throw that one on the charger. Start up the day, I'll take all 3 batteries with me for that X-Mark mower. And it's just when I run out of the first battery, I will this opportunity, stop off at home, throw that one on the charger. And then by the afternoon, so I think that battery takes maybe 90 minutes or something to charge. It's not the fastest charger. By the afternoon, then that battery is charged. And I have actually 2 chargers for the X-Mark mower, 2 identical chargers. So I can do 2 batteries at once if I needed to. So I'll do that next, maybe by next week, whenever that charger arrives. And then, so essentially I can start out the morning again with 3 batteries. And then when the first battery dies, instead of having to wait to get home, throw it on the charger, and then get back to home later in the afternoon to pick it up for the last few blocks of the day. I can just put it in the truck and have it charged without the need of keeping the truck running or any of that sort of stuff, right? Basically, like having it plugged into a generator, except it's not gas, it's a battery solar generator. So that'll be an exciting development. All right, I think we're done with the mowing. Kind of lose track when I'm doing the streams. Anybody have any suggestions for what I can use to clean my mowers with? Need to start doing some cleaning. I remember seeing some like products other people have advertised, but I don't remember what they were. Kind of like a spray product. Kind of soak it down and it cleans it all up. No comments or questions today from anybody. It's looking nice and tidy. Take a quick look here. Make sure we got all the different areas. I grab the blower. Yeah, it's all good. To blow off. All right. Sirens happening. mentioned, I got the Milwaukee M18 backpack blower today, 600 CFM, and it's 20.5 newtons of force. This is a dual battery model, so it needs two M18 batteries, but you can load up to four. There's two other slots there if you want extended runtime. Really nice ergonomics because I'm doing mostly small properties. This is really nice because I can just run it with two batteries and make it a lot lighter weight. Gives you two different fuel gauges here. Top one is for batteries 1 and 2, and then if you have batteries loaded in the bottom, then you have separate fuel gauge there. 3 power settings, cruise control switch, adjustable handle here on the side. You can slide this back and forth, twist it of course, and adjustable nozzle length. Just loosen this and then it closes, so that's nice. The ergonomics. I would call this like a mid-grade, mid-powered backpack blower. Good for weekly maintenance and light cleanups, dry leaves, stuff like that. I wouldn't use this for like wet fall leaves. Just would take a little bit longer. If you were going to do that, it would kind of not make it worth it. See there, quite a bit of power. Blew this right past to the neighbor's side. Not too bad. I've got two 8 amp hour Forge batteries in it. And this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th house of the day. And it's, as you saw in the beginning there, it's just gone down one notch so far. For this type of scenario where you're just blowing off grass clippings. All right, that wraps that one up. I do like the adjustable tube length on it. That's nice. Never had a blower with adjustable tube, so that'd be really handy for these types of properties where I have to park far away, and sometimes I'll walk, but I'll carry everything with me. Having the backpack blower in that situation would free up both hands versus a handheld blower. And my issue previously with backpack blowers in that scenario is that if I'm trying to push the mower with one hand, hold the trimmer with the other, backpack blower on my shoulders, then the tube is like dragging along me. But with the adjustable length there, I could shorten it and then just have it hang in. Or it's got a little hook here that you can hang it up on and have it straight up behind you. You're just gonna put it on your back to carry. Should be nice. And that's it for this one. short and sweet live stream. All right. Pull this off. Flip the camera around. All right, so there we have that one. Short and sweet. Normal weekly client. This one I've been doing for, goodness, probably 6 years or so now. And it's just that front. There's no lawn or anything in the backyard. It's just a tiny little. These are like the. I call them shoebox houses. If I turn the camera around back to the front there, you can kind of see they're just really small little houses. You can see there, right? Just a tiny little house all beside each other, right? So very little front lawns. So yeah, that one there is just probably one of the bigger ones in the neighborhood because it's the corner, so they have the whole boulevard and stuff to do. But that's about it for this one, guys. There's no questions or anything, so I'm just going to leave it at that. And we'll thanks for watching this live stream, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, bye for now.